Well, hello again, YouTubers, and welcome to New Way to Do It. I'm your host, Reese. So, did you know that you're a part of an unwilling conspiracy? That- Did you know that there are forces and people working against you to succeed? Well, I think there are. I'm going to tell you why. Notice after the COVID, well, it's not really after, but notice during this COVID thing, they had to shut everything down, right? Now, all these small businesses that rely on you and me to go to their businesses and support them, they were shut down first. Excuse me. But all the big boxes stores were open, and some essential, what they call essential workers and all that kind of stuff. Why you think why? You think it is really because of the pandemic? No, it's not that, people. Do you think that if they wouldn't have done it, more people would have died? Maybe. How many people you truly think have died? They have numbers. Nobody really knows. And the reason I bring that up is because all these businesses now are going to have to work harder to get back to the level they were at if they were a successful business or just starting out or midway to growing success. Now everybody got to start from scratch. You know, the bigger restaurants were and stores were allowed to be open, but it was the small people. They want to take everything you have, people, not just blacks and whites, but everybody in this country. The key is to take everything you have and make you rely on them. I know some of you have heard this before, but for those of you that haven't, you have to wake up and see. Watch. If a Democrat becomes back into the office, there's going to be more regulations on small businesses. Mark my words, it's going to be way more regulations. If the Republicans stay in office, it's going to be more money for people on the stock market. Well, I believe either way the stock market is going to win because they bet for either way, winners and losers. But the bottom line is you're going to suffer. Your taxes are going to go up. Your mortgage is going to go up. It may slightly come down in the beginning, but mark my words, it's going to come up. Because the key is not to have you be successful. The key is to always have you holding your hand out for that paycheck every week or every bi-weekly or every month, however it is. That's what their goal is, to keep you enslaved and working. And it took me a long time to realize that because I was brought up thinking, yeah, you grow up, go to school, get out of school, get out and get a job. Because that's what my parents was taught. You know, go get a job. Everybody go get a job, you know. But to me, and I'm talking about me personally, and there's some of you that may feel this way too, getting a job is probably one of the worst things you can do, especially if you're not a highly skilled worker or corporate, which is still hard because I know a lot of people that come out of corporate to do their own thing, you know. But unless the environment is suitable for you to prosper, live good, and relate good to your fellow man, then the jobs are worthless and they don't offer anything. They just keep us, you know, give us enough to pay our bills, and you may have stash a little bit on the side to have a good time every now and then, you know, but it really doesn't offer you anything really tangible in life. You know, you have to save and save and save, and then, you know, it's still your savings on top of that, you know, or something comes up where you have to spend all your savings. So that's what leads me into what I created this channel for. And that is for ways that we can get together and think about ways to create new business ventures that don't rely on government assistance, begging somebody for a loan or waiting to be approved for a loan or something like that. But we can just take our own money, groups of us can take our own money and create businesses, create opportunities. You know, a lot in the black neighborhoods, I grew up partly in a neighborhood called Humble Parks here in Chicago. This was a mostly Hispanic neighborhood. No, I'm not Hispanic. And I used to always see the the vendors, you know, with the corn and with the ice cream. It was basically for their people. It was, you know, based on the type of stuff they eat. But you're in the neighborhood, you go to like it. It's just like anything, just like ice cream, just like anything else. But what I realized, what they did with those little handmade carts and stuff was create an opportunity. And it's something I don't see in our neighborhood. We don't see our people pushing carts. I don't know if we think we're too proud to push them, or maybe come up with a more creative way. But for some people, and I think that's for some people that wants to start their own business, that's a good idea to do it. Here on in Chicago, I used to live on the west side. I'm on the south side currently, but I used to live on the west side, and there used to be a little stand. Guy made his own tacos. He made them, you know, African American style, because I thought they were great. They were very spicy, you know, and he made them from scratch. He learned how to make them. Used to work part time in a Mexican restaurant, and he learned how to make them from scratch. They told him, so he started making his own, and he put his little cart outside. And one of those of you who live here, you know who that live on the west side, you know who I'm talking about. He used to be right there off of Laramie and near Augusta, around about that way. And he may even still be there. I don't know. I haven't been over there in years. But the guy was eking out a good living. He didn't have to work for anybody. So that's why I come to you with these videos, because I truly believe that it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes ingenuity and togetherness. And this is a way that we can grow as a community, where we can quit backbiting and stabbing each other in the back, and hating on people, because they think they something because they got something. You know how many times I've heard people say that? That always sounds ridiculous to me, But we can come together, small groups of 4 or 5 people, and small investments, as little as $3,500. You can start a business and grow a business, and invest in that business by making it a small business and growing it from there. There's so much opportunity here. And in most black neighborhoods, there's always a lot of vacant lots. Look at all that land, people. Think about it. That's land that can be used, depending on where it's at and what is it zoned for and that kind of stuff. But it's land that can be used to make money. I often see some people that buy vacant lots, and they make parking lots out of them, and charge people a fee. They own the building next door, so they buy the vacant lot, make a parking lot of it, add more money to the rent by charging for parking. So there's a bunch of ways that money can be made, and really not even thinking hard about it. Like, we don't have to go all out. Excuse me. Don't have to go all out just to make some money, when there are simple ways to do it. It's people who want to clean offices, and people who want to sell newspapers. Those are the minimum. And you could always take it to another level. You could take what you do right now. If you work independently, you could take what you do right now and take it up a notch with very little effort. Like, let me give you an example. So say you got a restaurant and you sell burgers and fries and everything you can think of, nachos and everything like that. I know even now they combine the foods, the gyros and the burgers and the steaks and stuff like that. Why don't you just go back, get your old country cookbook, and make something or create something that nobody have eaten or made or make now. Like, for instance, my grandmother used to make what she called biscuit pudding. Okay, I mean, if she was around to this day, I'm telling you, the best thing, you have to kick your shoes off and slap your mama because the stuff used to be so good. But she's not around, and nobody in the family can make it like her. Nobody in the family can make it like her. But the recipe exists. Everybody knows how to make it, but they couldn't make it like her. Take something like that and be creative, you know, and turn people on to something new instead of just feeding them because they want to have burgers, fries, and you always want to go there. What is it I want? Takes forever to order. You know, create something different, something healthier. You know, even if you're a chain restaurant, even if you have those little corner restaurants, and you didn't thought of everything meat wise you can think and vegetable wise. You can always throw in something that's new, different, and people at least will try it. You never know what your reaction the reaction would be after that. That's just one example. Say you into now we're talking about small businesses. So say you have a candy store, okay? Because I know there's a lot of candy stores here in Chicago. So say you have a candy store and you got every candy you could think of under the sun. Go to a candy maker. I'm have them make you something different. It's not expensive. Have them make you a candy that you sell only for yourself and put your name on it. It's not that expensive. Try it and see. For people who can afford to do that, it become a little pricey. So I mean, you don't have to steal anything from anybody. There's chocolate. You make candy with the chocolate. You sell it. Put your store name on it. Have a company make your candy, and have the wrappers of your name put on the candy, or however you want to present the candy. Say, like I had mentioned before, you like shoestrings, okay, and you got 100 pair of shoestrings, 100 types of shoestrings. You can have maybe a shoestring company create you some, or you can create them yourself. That gives you thousands of varieties of shoestrings. Whereas it can be with your brand, your flavor, your taste on it. These are just all small businesses. I mean, small ideas for small businesses that can happen right away, and you can do it right away because people like new stuff. They like things new. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. I'll be coming back more with it later. But I want you to think about some of the things I said, because if we can get together and create a small businesses, we can create a community. And if we can create a community, we can create a conglomerate. Just about what our simple thoughts give us. So I'm hoping that you, well, first of all, can see this video because I keep getting so much light. But second off, can understand where I come from, because I love my people, and I love myself. And I want us all to prosper. Aren't you tired of being poor? Until next time, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can get to my next video. And I'll be talking with you soon. Thank you. Have a blessed day.